Hello, I am going to be walking you through using Desmos for the very first time. Now, you may have used it before, so I'm going to show you two different ways to log in, whether you've used it before or whether you're creating a new login today. Either way, make sure that your login is one that you can remember. It's totally fine to use the same login that you use for other programs like the OMS or for Utah Compose or Go Formative. Use something that you will remember or write it down somewhere safe so that you don't have to get that reset. So when you are given a specific link, it is already going to fill in for you your class join code. You also could just type that code in, but if I give you a link for a specific activity, it's going to type that link in or that code in for you. So I'm going to click join. Now, it's going to pop up here and it will allow you to continue without signing in. I do not want you to do that option because if you do not sign in, then your work isn't saved and you're not able to go back to that work later on. So I always want you to sign in. Now you're welcome to sign in with Google if you already have a Gmail logged in on your browser, or you can just click sign in with Desmos. Now, if you have not ever used Desmos before, you're going to want to click down here and say create an account. And you can go ahead and type your name. You can type in pretend email at gmail.com, whatever email address you want to use, and then you make your password and hit create account. Now I want to make sure when you create an account, you type your first and last name there so that I know who you are. So don't forget your last name, and I'm going to hit go. And it's going to come up with that first activity. Now, if you are already using Desmos, you are welcome to use the same login that you already have. So when I come to this original page and hit join, I'm going to click sign in with Desmos. And your username and password may already be saved in there, or you may have to type it in, but you can just go ahead and sign into your account that you have already created and hit continue the activity. Now, as you can see, I've been in here before, and so it saved my work. And that is why I would like you to be careful that you save your work before, or that you log in rather than continuing as a guest. Now I'm going to log in as my new account because, what was my, I would like to show you one that does not have any work completed. So when you first log in, you're going to see this activity right here, and you're asked to put a small check mark in each column if you rocked any of these behaviors in semester one. So in general, if you showed up to every class on time, you can give yourself a check mark. If you often participated, you can give yourself a check mark. You feel free to kind of be creative. You can give yourself a sad face if you'd like as well. But give me some sort of an indicator as far as how you feel like you did on these activities. In the next question, you're asked, what could you improve upon? So here, I want you on question 2 to mark anything that you feel like you could probably do better if you were to, in semester 2, some things that you can kind of set as goals. You could say, you know, I did most things really well, but I did not always check my email. So that's what I'm going to work on. Now, in the final question for this very first activity, it's a little bit unique, and if you haven't done it before, I wanted to demonstrate it for you. So you see these 3 pictures, bad, good, and amazing. It's kind of a ranking system. So there are a number of different topics, and for each topic, there's a bad statement, a good statement, and an amazing statement. So I'll do the iReady example. So it says, iReady isn't worth my time. Hopefully it's pretty obvious that you want to drag that into the bad category because that is not a great attitude. Now, there's another iReady statement that says, I spend 30 minutes in iReady and make sure to pass off one lesson. That seems great, but let's make sure we compare it to the other one. I spend 30 minutes in iReady, but don't worry about passing a lesson. Well, that's probably pretty good that you spend that time in there, but it would be amazing if you passed off a lesson. So each one is going to fit into one category. And so once you have dragged and dropped your stack, and all of these cards are sorted into one of these 3 categories, you are done. You don't have to hit submit. It just saves your work wherever you are. So once you've done that first activity, you can go ahead and close out of the program and you are good to go.